Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first Landlord Vision update of 2025. My name's Roy. I'm going to run through some of the major developments that we've done last one of these sessions that I did towards the back end of last year. And I'm going to start by sharing my screen, and we'll go through the first major update, which is the launch of the Enterprise Plan. You can see that here amongst our other plans on the pricing page and list of features that it includes, and we'll go through these very, very quickly in this session. You can choose between monthly or yearly pricing, depending on how you're prepared to pay. So I'll go back to the Landlord Vision software, into my dashboard, and we'll start working our way through those features. So the first one on the list was VAT. So if I go into my portfolio settings or my edit portfolio, I now have an option, if I'm on the enterprise plan, to enable VAT for this particular portfolio. So I click on save, and now I have VAT in this portfolio. So if I now go down to tenancies, I can add a tenancy, assign it to a property, put in all the usual stuff that we did before, choose a date, set a duration, whatever you do. And then I've got the option here then to specify the VAT. I choose have VAT or not have VAT. I'll turn the VAT on. I choose the VAT rate for this tenancy. Enter my tenant. Put in event. Includes VAT, or I can say VAT is on top. However you want to do it, works the same way. Press on save. Now here it is at the top. We go into that tenancy. The software is now producing rental invoices with £600 plus VAT, giving me 720 at the top. I can do the same with expenses, and so you can track all of your incomes and outgoings with VAT included as well. At the moment, we've just got them on the VATs and on the invoices and the bills. There's no VAT reporting yet, but we're tracking requests, and we'll see if we need to add that as well. Next new feature we have is an integration with Xero. So if I go back to settings, here I can start feeding data to Xero. Now, Landlord Vision still has its own full onboard accounting engine. You can still produce all the same reports that you could before, but we find that a lot of people, there's a number of users, I should say, who have a lot of data in Xero, usually for other companies, and they want to get the Landlord Vision data into Xero seamlessly. So we've enabled that option for them in here. You click on connect, and then you ask you to log into your Xero account, and you go through the details, and then you can send your invoices, your bills, and your payments from Landlord Vision to Xero. And that's it. Nothing comes back the other way. And you can do them as one-time sends, or you can do it so that it sets up and sends it every day. Gets that information across for you. Also within the enterprise plan, we have a new feature called tenant referencing. All the features in the new enterprise plan are brand new. We've never had them before. The new one is tenant referencing. I can add a reference application, assign it to a unit, put in the address details, put in what the rent is, the start date, and then I can have my tenant, or I can do it for a guarantor. I can have multiple people. So tenants, multiple tenants, or a combination of the two. send that off, and I can get a full reference for my new tenants before I sign them up, and then they come up then as prospective tenants. And then all the information that they enter then gets entered into the contacts area for them in here, along with all anything that they upload. Like the e-signatures, it's a chargeable system on top of the price plan. It's not particularly expensive, but you can purchase credits through the software up here. Next feature is agent statements. So if you're a letting agent, a small agent, we don't support big agents. We don't have all those big extra features. But if you're a small agent, you look at Landlord Vision, you think, oh, right, I've got got the tenant referencing. I can track all my incomes and outgoings. I can produce documents and track all the expiry dates. But I just need to be able to produce a statement for the landlord. So we've now got in the reports area, you've got that agent statement, and you can choose the agent account, choose time period and the unit that it's related to, and you can produce a full statement showing all the rents in, all the payments out, and what the statement balance is currently, and of course the payments to the landlord as well, which I've not got on here. And you can send that to your landlords. And the final feature, you may have seen this little guy up here, with an AI tool now. It's fairly restricted in what he does, but you can get it to add properties, tenancies, and also send emails in a conversational style. So rather than filling in all the forms, just go into here and the assistant will ask you what you want to do, and you can tell it the relevant information. So that's the enterprise plan. That's what it features currently. There'll probably be more features throughout the year, but that's what we're launching with now. We've got some other features as well that we've put on, which are available on the other plans. And I'm going to start off with the profit and loss report. So head down to the P&L. So obviously, we've already had the P&L. We've always had the option to run by cash and accruals. Choose your time periods. But now, as well as running it for individual properties, you can now run it for all the properties at once. You can see all of my incomes and outgoings for each individual property on this list. I can export that info straight from this page. We also have a resource center. Some of you may have seen this little circle in the bottom corner here. We can go into here, we can find guided tours. They're quite fun. So you can get it to guide you through what you need to do in the software. We've got a knowledge base. There's a list of text articles. The video library's in there as well. We've got the AI assistant that we've just seen. And you can also ask it questions, say, how do I do this? And it will let you know. We've got the help desk is in here too. And yeah, you can contact us through there as well. So if you get stuck, head down to the resource center and see what you can find. For those of you just getting set up, or if you're adding a new or anything new, we now have the option to import more data. So we always had the option to add properties and tenancies, but now we can add contacts, we can add safety certificates, insurances, electrical items, diaries, and also invoices and bills. And they're all the same sort of idea. We have a import template. Download the import template, populate the spreadsheet with all your lists, and then upload that to the software. The next feature, which I think was one of the first ones that we did after the last video, is the reconciliation correlation. I'm sure many of you have seen this if you're actually using the software. If we go into the bank accounts area, into the bank account, I can scroll down and I can find my reconciled transactions. I can click on it. I can see what it's been reconciled with. Similarly, I can go to the bank statement and again backtrack the other way. Another handy new feature that we've added is the ability to email scanned receipts. So we've always had the scanned receipts section. I think it's been pretty much from the start. We've now got this extra bit at the top here, whereby you can have an email address for each portfolio, and you can email receipts straight to the software. You can also give this email address to suppliers. If you go to say a shop and they want to email the receipt to you, give them the email address and it's in your software for you, waiting for you when you get home. And then the process after that is the same. Another handy new feature that we've added is in the files area. So you can now pick multiple documents and you can assign those to multiple people, units, or tenancies all at once. So if you've got a whole load of documents that you need to share with a particular property, tick them all and then just assign them all to that property. And you can share them with the tenants as well. If you, just as a note, if you share a document with a tenant, but tick the shared with tenants document option, but it's not assigned to anyone or anything, then it will be shared with all of the tenants that are available in the system. So just watch out for that. It's a useful way of getting a document signed to or shared with absolutely everybody. So go back to the dashboard. I'm sure you all saw this earlier. So we've tweaked the dashboard slightly. It's now all in fixed columns. Whereas before we had things that went across multiple columns and it all looked a bit untidy. So we've now got everything sorted into neat columns, which now means that we can edit it. There's a little edit button, and we can grab things and we can move them around. So if I want to see this one in this column, for example, this one over here, or if I don't want that one, or if I want it, or I can add it back into this column, yeah, I can move things around and enable them and disable them as I need to. You may also have noticed that we now have a tasks widget as well. So I can immediately see all of my upcoming and overdue tasks on the dashboard without having to go hunting for it. And again, as with you'd expect, you click on it and it shows me the relevant tasks that are on there. And we've also added, finally, the option to sort pretty much any screen by most of the items in that list. Sort by date, by type, whatever they might be. So as you see, it's quite a few bits and pieces that we've been doing. I'm sure there's a number of you who are still on what we call the old legacy system who are looking at this going, I wonder when they're going to let us onto this. So for a while now, we've had a tool that will migrate all this property information, the list of the tenancies. What else did they do? The list of the bank accounts, the list of the mortgages, all of your sent emails, your tasks, your diaries, which kind of came under the properties, and then all of your contacts, the contact information, and all the files and their assignments. But it didn't transfer the accounting data. We're now just about finishing a tool that will migrate the accounting data. So now all the incomes and the expenses and the payments are all going to get moved across. We're going to start reaching out to people over the next few weeks, try and get people to start looking to move across from the old software to the new software. So it's all very exciting. And that is me. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found that helpful. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep your what's the word? Like and subscribe. That's it. Like and subscribe. So that's how you get more updates, and you'll see the next videos when we put them up. Okay. And goodbye.